Welcome to the GoGCast, brought to you by XSplit Broadcaster, simple yet powerful live streaming and recording. And now, your host, Leah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Girls on Games podcast. Sorry for the delay. I kind of got confused there for a second, but whatever, it happens. I am your host, Leah. This is episode number 53, and we've got some awesome people on the cast here today. And of course, I'm going to introduce you to all those wonderful, wonderful individuals. But first off, in the very, very awesome cat outfit, so cute, Neku Etsume all the way, it's Catherine SD. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm so obsessed with Neko Tsume. I'm turning into one of them.
Yeah, I think we're going to have an intervention soon. It's going to happen. And of course, we also have Cathlis. How are you doing, my dear?
Oh, very well, thanks.
Very good. And we have some very special guests here with us today. From Ship It Game Jam, it's Ollie and Alex. How are you guys doing?
Pretty good and pretty honored to be with the host with the most.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us, guys.
No problem. So we are going to talk all about Ship It Game Jam and what you guys are up to and all that stuff. But first off, I want to know what games you're playing right now.
All right, Alex, you want to start off?
Sure thing. Recently, I've had an adventure with. I really like the.
You play you play Borderland a whole lot.
Yeah, Borderland a lot lately. A lot. Sorry, not really. That's what I've been playing most because, to be honest, recently we've been kind of short on the time. I guess to.
I totally understand that.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And you, Ollie?
And I like to drive a whole lot, right? And I like to drive on nice roads, and Montreal doesn't have that luxury, right?
Not really.
I like to play racing video games, so it allows me to drive on perfect roads and perfect conditions with sick ass cars.
Nice.
That's one of the games that I play, but I've tried Far Cry. My friend gave the game to us so we could try it. Fairly nice. Borderline was also cool. One that we just love to play while we're laying back is to be the most criminal of all criminal in GTA. This is just a laid back kind of end of the night game. Yeah. But yeah, mostly we're just super duper busy. But these are all the games that we like to have fun and enjoy. Spend some good time with the friends and play that kind of game. So yeah.
Awesome. Cat SD, what have you been playing?
I'm still on Xenoblade Chronicles 3D.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really moved away from that. I haven't really been gaming at home, mostly just on the 3DS. I also discovered a mix on my phone. It's Adventure Time and Candy Crush together.
Oh, you were playing that here the other evening.
Yeah. It works a bit like Pokemon Shuffle, where you make combination, and the more combinations you make in a row, the harder you attack. It's got a little story. I just like it because I love Adventure Time and I missed that show. So I started playing that too on the Metro.
Sweet. Cathlis, what have you been into besides Assassin's Creed?
Yeah, I just finished it. So and I lost all my saves on my Wii U.
Oh no!
Yeah.
How?
So because I had how do you tell that? My Wii U was full, so I have to plug like a USB device or whatever to keep my save in it, and I just bought a Lego Jurassic.
Okay.
There you go.
And I put the game in my Wii U, and then I had to install it, and 1 hour after it just said we had a problem with your USB thing. So and my Wii U was bricked.
Oh.
So after like 2 hours, I managed to recover my Wii U, but not the stuff that was.
Oh, that's so sad. And there's no cloud system.
No
saves on the Wii U. Okay, NX.
Nintendo. No.
And NX, whatever you're gonna be, please implement that. It seems like something that's kind of standard right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
oh my. Not a fun weekend.
No, not really. And I was planning to go on Xenoblade or Lego Jurassic. So, and it kind of like the I just decided to push my Wii U away and have a step back.
Yeah,
So
that sucks.
so I play the Seeds of Memory on my phone.
Hey, whatever works.
Yeah.
Gaming in somewhere.
Yep. So that's all.
So, are you excited about doing the Jack the Ripper mode in the DLC from Assassin's Creed Syndicate?
Yeah, I'm starting tomorrow, and I did not even wanted to like see it or like look at it on the internet or whatever. I want the big like surprise tomorrow. I just I want to play it with Evie, so I just put her costume, her vampire costume, and everything, so she's ready.
Awesome.
But, yeah. So, but that's it. I want the surprise.
So you're starting that live tomorrow on Twitch?
Yeah.
Yay! Yeah. So come back here tomorrow at 8 p.m. To check Cathos playing Assassin's Creed Syndicate DLC for Jack the Ripper, which I called. Just saying, little tip in the hat there. When I went to Ubisoft sent us to Quebec City to check out the game when they launched it, and when they said Victorian era London, I was like, Jack the Ripper,
Yeah.
Jack the Ripper. So I asked, and they were like, can't say anything. I have it on tape. It happened.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into some news before we get into our number one topic, which of course is the reason why the guys are here from Ship It Game Jam. So it's been a pretty quiet week, I want to say, news-wise. I guess the biggest thing came out, maybe it's almost like the Tuesday after we podcasted last week. The Oculus Rift now has like ready-made bundle computers that you can buy. They're not cheap, but if you want something ready to go, my understanding is that the Oculus comes with the system, but then it doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the price of the PCs that they've built. But yeah, they run anywhere from like $1,000 for $199. Mind you, pretty sure this is American dollars, so add on a whole bunch for us here in Canada. Right up to like $2,999, some crazy. So I would really hope that the damn Oculus is in the bundle, but as you know, that ran for $699 online, the pre-order, and we're only gonna get it for like $800, $850, something like that. I don't know what the exchange rate now is. Probably worse than it was that day when the pre-order was open. So guys, I want to know, like, obviously this VR thing is starting to get come out to be really expensive.
Mhm.
Would you drop $1,500 on a PC just so that you could have it ready for Oculus Rift?
Well, it depends. If I watch the ad and the ad would tell me at the end, like they usually do, each sold separately.
Yeah.
For the $1,500, I'd be more skeptical, right? But if I'm sure that they can give me anything that I want with that price, and that I can create some awesome stuff for a bunch of people, then for $14, it seems more like an investment more than anything. But still, the basic price is it's pretty selective for the people who can afford it, actually.
I mean, $14.99. You do the math, take out $600. It's a $900. It's a $900 computer. Not terrible, Kat.
No, I mean, you can get a budget PC computer, but still, when you think about it, like half the price or like a third of the price goes to one peripheral.
Well, I mean, it does come with 2 games, Eve Valkyrie and Lucky's Tale, and it also comes with the sensor. I guess you need this anyway to use the Rift. It's not just like having the thing on your eyes. You got the sensor, there's a remote, and it's coming with a Xbox One controller, which, of course, probably need to play. When I tried the Oculus at...
and it's
needed it.
It's a big chunk of change, the X1 controller. It's like, what, $70, $80?
$70, $150 if you want the Elite.
Yeah. But I played Lucky's Tale.
Yeah?
That's the one I tried at MIGS.
Oh, really?
2014, and that game is unplayable for me because of my motion sickness.
The one that I played there, Time Machine VR from
Minority
Media. I know. I was like, Minority Report? No, that's a movie.
Somebody's got to see somebody.
Yeah. That I found like super great use of VR because like the whole concept was you're like controlling like a little submarine, so it made total sense. But I can see where Vertigo would kick in.
Well, first person, like all my experience with VR that were first person, like the game I tried for Morpheus at the Sony booth at Fan Expo, I was fine. Lucky's Tale is a platformer, and you're kind of like above him, and it's almost like you're in a helicopter.
So almost like you're the Latuku guy in Mario 64 with the camera.
Exactly.
Is that how you pronounce his name? Laticu, you guys know? Cathlas? How do you pronounce that dude that sits in the cloud that throws spike balls?
Or that when you play Mario...
Lakitu? I don't know.
Lakitu?
There you go. Sounds better in French.
Lakitu.
Anyway.
Oh,
30 seconds
the voice of God.
that.
That's Simone producing in the background.
Okay. 30-second into playing the demo, I was already wanted to puke. And not because the game was bad or anything. It was just like my vertigo kicked in, my motion sickness kicked in, and my body was like, "Oh, we're on a plane? Let's fuck shit up." And I was like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah.
The demo.
Yeah, I could see that when I did the one at Game On at the Science Center last summer. It was a roller coaster ride, and like I don't do well in those to begin with. So yeah, that was not a good idea. I was a little off after that.
Did you see the setup that they did for like you got the VR, but you're like as an eagle as well? So
yeah, Ubisoft.
Plus, yeah, that's kind of a. I'm not sure, Catherine, with your motion sickness, if I would recommend that plus vertigo, but it seems like a nice experience actually.
Yeah, that's a Ubisoft endeavor. I remember seeing that at was it E3? They had that up on the TV at E3. It wasn't too long ago that they talked about it. Yeah, E3 seems a little while ago. Cathlas, how about you? Would you drop some money on having an Oculus Rift and a PC ready to go? Like, let's say it's about $1,800.
Yeah, but I think my PC will be able, like, just to have a little upgrade. Yeah, I don't know, but I think I will just need a little upgrade. But thing is, I think my vertigo is worse than Cat's. Because I can't even play first-person shooters. So
I have issues with first-person shooters too.
Really?
I can't even play. I played Halo 5. I streamed it with friends, and it was like it was like the best I could do. But like Halo 1, I can't, and I will get like dizzy, and I will sweat, and I will just like pass out.
The new first person's like, you know, Far Cry. I've been playing a bit of Far Cry 4 during lunch breaks at work, and things like that. Like, or the new Halo. Like, I could watch people stream and I can play. Like the newer first person shooters that are like that aren't as blurry when you move around. I don't know, but like when people are like, you know, just like walking, like Catherine, the way she plays Catherine Ashley, she just goes in, balls to the walls, and just moves around and shoots her. I can't do that. That's why, like, I love to snipe when I play those games, because I can just sit and just move a bit and move a bit, because it's like my brain just goes, "Hey, all right, here's some dizzy, here's some nausea."
Have you ever played Rock Band or Guitar Hero and see the trail coming down, and you're like concentrating on that so bad, and then you look away and everything is moving?
Yes.
Oh
and
my
you close
gosh.
your eyes and you see them.
Yes. Well, seeing them is one thing. It's like I remember being in my mom's house, and my brother had his set up there, and the TV is here, and the bricks for the fireplace over here. And I played about 3 or 4 rounds, like intensely. And then I look over at my parents' fireplace, and it's all like floating. It was weird. It's amazing what video games can do to your depth perception. And
yeah, worst for me is the COD.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't even look. But I have a good friend who streams, and she's a big COD fan, and I can't even like I cannot put her stream in my television or something and do other things.
Wow.
It's that bad for me, or it's the way she plays it, but COD, no matter the person who will like play it, I cannot watch it. So I will never like even try to risk my life on Oculus Rift.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we won't put you on that project. We won't send you to play an Oculus or a PlayStation Move or whatever it's called now, PlayStation VR. Don't worry. All good. All good. All right. We got another piece of news that would kind of fits right on in here with having game jam developers and organizers here with us. So Amazon has joined the game engine business. They've created and want folks to use their free open source 3D engine. It's called Lumberyard, which is pretty neat. It's built for AAA games and integrates the company's AWS cloud platform deeply into the to provide server-side processing. Now, guys, it must be awesome to have another, 3D engine for people to play with for game jams and stuff like that. Do you foresee this one becoming like really big?
The way I see it on my side is one of the big advantage, one of the big perks is the fact its inclusiveness with Twitch. So that makes it really nice, and it just increases the numbers of possibilities for developers in a unimaginable way. So I cannot even imagine for people that for example, are in a global game jam and they could be working from different countries and working on the same game at the same time with communicating with each other like they would if they were streaming. So that for me is an awesome way that they develop their engine actually. Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah, no, it's really interesting because I think it's gonna encourage people to share and to develop more. So it's really something that's it's gonna be interesting to look at in the next few years, I think. Yeah.
How many engines are out there that are kind of common, frequent, that are free?
That are free. I wouldn't dare to give you a false number, but for what I know, there's at least 10. There's 3 main ones. There's 3 or 4 main ones, but like there's 10, and amongst those 10s, a few of them are free. But to say that there's 4 or 5, I'm not too sure actually.
Yeah. What are the most frequently used engines for game jams?
I think that must be Unity.
Yeah.
Unity or probably the next one after that is Unreal, I think.
I was looking at the IPs that came out of the Global Game Jam, and let's say out of close to 8,000 games, I think if I'm not mistaken, 4,000 to 5,000 were created with Unity. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So it's they have a big part of the market for this actually right now, but it's fun to see that Amazon is not backing up from that kind of statistics and say that the market hasn't been conquered by Unity, and they just go for it and they innovate as well. So that's nice.
It works for them part and parcel, because if they can get people hooked into using their cloud-based Amazon servers and stuff, then it's like guaranteed money, right? It's like Apple essentially built the iPod, but what makes them more money? It's not the iPod. It's iTunes.
Yep, that's right.
It's that service. So they're just making a way to get people hooked on their service.
Yeah. But it's a win-win situation to have that kind of device as well. I don't mind using their stuff if they give me nice, cool thing to as much as an engine, or as you say in the Apple case, a device to play with. So
yeah. It'll be interesting to watch, ladies. I don't know if you have much to say when it comes to game engine.
I don't know. Yeah, we play them, we review them, we talk about them, we enjoy them, but we don't make them. But my question is more like, is there really a big difference between each engine? Like, could Amazon come out with like their lumber thing and just be like, here's everything around it, but when you come to use the engine, it's shit, and then people just don't use it?
Well, since its release is it's nothing old, right? So this might be something that people will find out by themselves, but for what I know is that what they promote is a AAA kind of engine, right? So the graphics and all that will look like some more like kind of a big studio types of games, okay? And in that sense, it might have less the possibility of people saying, well, finally it's shit what you guys promoted, because the patterns of the engine will come to allow people to build stuff that is, I don't know, Far Cry material, whatever AAA's studio games that people are playing right now. So
yeah. But I think that mostly time will tell. But I'm having a good feeling for them. Yeah.
Go watch the Lumberyard trailer on YouTube. It's fairly it explains well what they're up to, and it's it's well presented actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, go check out Amazon's Lumberyard trailer on YouTube or whatever. It's a nice little movie.
Yeah, I'm really intrigued by this idea of Twitch chat play and Twitch join in and the ability to like build a game. It's essentially almost like you're building a game live in front of the audience.
Yeah, that's kind of sick. And from what I like the most is the immediate feedback actually that you get from building one stuff, that you have people looking at the particular stuff that you iterated, and that you have that for me is something that can break some new limits, actually break some frontiers that we have into gaming development right now.
I can see it at some point, like a game dev is going to get up on stage just like those fancy hairstylists, and they just like in front of everybody and then like voila, game. It's going to become one of those experiences, but online.
Well, usually, a game jam is 48 hours, but if it can do that in less than 1 hour, then wow, I'll be more than amazed. I'll be flabbergasted.
We'll
get the chance to see that one day, actually. Yeah.
You never know. Don't put it past them.
Yeah.
All right, and our last piece of news. Now, it's not directly video game, but it's video game related. We have our second casualty of Star Wars Episode 8 changing its date. So Star Wars Episode 8 was supposed to come out May 26th, got moved to December 15th of 2017. Guess what movie was also supposed to be launched that day? Ready Player One. Now, a fair number of this. Catherine, did you end up finishing it?
No,
you didn't get a chance. Cathlis, you finished the book? Ready Player One?
No.
What? You people? What is wrong with you? And I know the boys, I asked them earlier if they had read the book. Guys, if you're a fan of video games, you like The Matrix, read this book. It is so good. But anyway, so they're supposed to be putting it out on December 15th, 2017. I cannot say that this evening. But now it's pushed back to March 30th of 2018. I say it's the second casualty because Avatar 2 was also delayed, because who the hell wants to go up against Star Wars? Honestly. So yeah.
Pretty hard fight, eh?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, I'm super stoked to watch this movie, but at least it gives all you people time to go read the book.
We should have this. Don't you worry, Leah. Don't you worry.
We're gonna have. I should start like a book club, a video game book club.
I remember the premise being good. I just didn't get into it. I think it was the writing.
It could be. I mean, it was a little bit slow to start because it's really like setting the scene, but essentially it had to make up this whole post-apocalyptic world and then bring you into the side that was the game side of it, which was kind of like the Matrix, where you get like locked into this virtual reality / thing where everybody has an avatar, and Cathlis is already reading. She's intrigued now. And yeah,
it's very World of Warcraft, or what was that anime, .hack?
Yeah, that kind of thing. But it's like he has to solve puzzles that are all based around trivia of 80s video games, which is like amazing. It's like totally written for us.
So it's basically the world suck, so people all live in a video game, and you can make a living in the video game. Like people have jobs in the video game crafting stuff. And that's their job outside. And like, yeah, so when the maker of that video game dies, he's left his legacy you have to find by like creating puzzles. So now the whole planet is going insane.
Yeah, it's like a big game. So it's the same gentleman who created the world. Yeah.
So it's a wonderful premise, and honestly, I don't know why one day I just put it down and I just never went back to it. Maybe it might be the writing, because I'm not a big reader to begin with. I'm not somebody that really avidly reads novels, so but I'm excited for the movie. Yeah,
it's gonna be a good one. I'm super stoked.
Question for you ladies. If you had to work for something to get money inside that world, which job would you be doing?
Ooh, inside there. Wow. I don't know. I would want to be one of those guys that were hunting down the answers, the key to the whole world. That was really cool. But I mean, the kid was just a student. He was, like he was going to school in the game. That's another thing. It's like you actually go to school inside this virtual reality thing. I mean, that'd be fun. But I mean, like the sky's the limit at that point. You could be whatever you wanted to be.
So that's why I'm asking the question.
What would I want to do? I don't know. Bounty hunter would be kind of fun.
Bounty hunter?
Yeah, why not?
I'd see you as a bounty hunter, yeah. And you, Catless.
Oh my god, I don't know. Maybe oh my god.
I guess it's like asking your dream job too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe a weaponsmith.
Ooh.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Cat SD, how about you?
I would probably end up doing something very close to my real job right now. Like designing armors, making helping people design like their personal spaces and shit. Yeah, I'd make something creative, and in between I don't know, kick ass, chew bubble gum, do raids.
That works. All right, let's get into the main topic of the evening. And of course, that's why we have our wonderful friends, Ollie and Alex from Ship It Game Jam. So, you guys got to give us the pitch. What is the Ship It Game Jam?
First question is, are you ladies ready?
Always.
All right. So the thing is with Ship It, okay, that we really wanted to do is, usually the game jams are taking place in let's say your parents' basement, okay? They're taking place in a classroom. They're taking place into, recluded spots that it's cool for the people who are there, okay? But it's like, it's not like an international event where you can collaborate with lots of people. You can use your creativity to the fullest with people you haven't even met before, okay? And we thought to ourselves, well, the game industry uses a term that is really, really close to why we did that event, is that when you create a game, you have to ship it, right? And so why don't we just use that term literally to apply it to things that people will have to do on the ship, which is ship a game that they've created in 40 some odd hours with people they don't even know, they'd have to collaborate with, and just have a good time on a boat while they do so. So, it's all about having a good time. It's all about being creative to the fullest. And it's all about, of course, looking to your left, looking to your right, and see people having fun, and makes you even, puts you in a better mood, actually. And food is good, time is good, and of course, the games will be crazy.
Nice. So this takes place May 28th and 29th of this year, 2016.
That's right.
And the whole thing is on an actual boat.
That's right. It's the ship. Yeah, it's a ship. It's a cruise ship. It's Montreal's biggest cruise ship. Is Le Cavalier Maxime, and it can host hundreds of people. And it will. I don't even know how to describe it. So, because the event will be so crazy. There's going to be so much people just want to. It's not a competition per se, right? Sometimes we misinterpret a game jam as people stressed out that they have to create a game with the restraint theme in a restraint amount of time. And this one is just, we'll give you a restraint team, we'll give you a restraint amount of time, but just have fun, most importantly, and then you have to be creative. You have to.
I muted myself so that I could type.
Yeah, I noticed that.
One of those things that happen. I'm like, I'm talking, but I don't think I. So, but why did you want to go on a boat? And does that propose any technical issues for creating a great game jam?
Well, for creating, technical issues, definitely, but nothing we're not ready to face and try to actually prove that it can be done.
There you go.
That's a bit of the point too. I mean, it's kind of spectacular, and I mean, it's on a ship, and you got to ship your game. So really, it makes sense to us. And if we, when we pull this one, it's really going to be something. And, it's unprecedented. So let's see what happens.
And this isn't your first game jam organizing?
This for most, because we're a bigger team than this, but this is on our side. It's our first, but we're surrounded by people who've done this for years now. So we have the chance that they exchange their let's say their experience, and they give us some tips. But we're also there, to just make sure that the event is kick-ass for the people who participate, but it's also has a nice visibility in the city in which it happens, which is Montreal. You know, we want to make something that belongs to Montreal, that Montreal people can, Montreal, you know, citizens can be proud of, that this kind of stuff happens in their city. And we think that to put a boat on the St. Lawrence River, which has so much history for the province of Quebec and so much other territories, well, we feel that, you know, we're going back to our roots in terms of exploring new frontiers, actually. So that's one of the, you know, the why of why we do it. Yeah.
Sweet. So how many game developers are going to be on the ship?
We're trying to get as much as 500.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's a lot. Yeah. And are you expecting spectators to come and just be on the ship for a bit, come on, come off, that sort of thing?
We're not, you know, close to that option, but the thing that we love, though, is that, you know, as much as there's going to be you know, hundreds of developers, there's also going to be, you know, like audio artists, so everybody can be a fan of other people, you know what I mean? So if you're an artist, well, you're gonna take a look at the game designer, and you'll be the fan of the game designer doing his job, right? From another team. So there's gonna be so much different roles being played across the game development, that we feel that, you know, even if there's not thousands of people just watching it, it's gonna be fun for just the people who are participating to witness what others that are, you know, other specialists of the same kind of, you know, gaming environment are capable of doing.
No, sounds like really cool. So is it 48 hours total?
Yes, some odd 40 to 48. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. And do most people come in teams, or can people come in individually and then hook up with a group?
People can, you know, if somebody just bought themselves a computer and they want to learn how to code, this is the event. They just have to join in. Yeah. They just have to say, you know, I want to join in. I bought my ticket. Now what do I do? It's going to be a pleasure for us to put the person into teams and form teams. And this is the beauty of it. We'll have the chance to form teams with people who won't know each other before the event, and probably will end up being friends, and even made some other friends after the event. So we feel that, like, this is just a good event for people to
join in.
There you go. He's got it. There you go.
So if folks want to learn more about the Ship It Game Jam, where can they track down information?
We have our Twitter page right now that's on. We have the Facebook page. There's also, you can check us also on Eventbrite to buy the tickets.
How much do tickets run for?
They're
184.
Yeah, 184 Canadian. But this comes with you know, lodging, the food, some of the beverages as well. So I think, you know, and first and foremost, there's going to be so much. You know, we have a few collaborators that will be there, that they represent different big studios in Montreal, smaller studios in Montreal, different types of you know. So even people, let's say from I don't know, from Ludia, so people from Ubisoft, from, you know, people from different parts of the Montreal ecosystem will be there. So it's not only that you talk to game developers just creating their game, you also talk to people that are behind sponsors, and, you know, who knows, can land you a job the next weekend afterwards.
You never know.
You never know. You just
good job fair experience.
Pardon me?
Could be a good job fair experience.
You got it. You got it. You just got to show off your skill, and most probably somebody will notice you, and you know, something good can happen from there.
So is there a judging at the end of the 2 days?
Unfortunately, yes, there has to be one, because I mean, we say we don't want it to be a competition, but it still kind of is. But it's the thing we're trying to do is have a lot of different, well, not prices, but different categories, so that it's not only about the biggest show, or really we want to have something almost for everybody. So just to make sure that everybody has fun and does what really what's his passion, and as well, not some kind of reward, but be proud of it. But yeah, we're gonna have, unfortunately, gonna have judges there, and but we're gonna put on a show.
That's cool, though. I mean, it's a chance to, you know, give someone a little pat on the back for the hard work they did in 48 hours. And you know, at the same time, you know, you get to see what people can strive to for next time, and what come out of
course.
hours, whatever, that amount of time, which is really freaking tight. I mean, we did our 24-hour extra life and I was dead at the end.
Yeah.
Putting on fumes. So I can only imagine Switch sleeping or no sleeping or Red Bull up the yin yang, like it's gonna be
Yeah, we strongly advise people to bring beer bongs and put Red Bull in it. That was a joke, by the way, guys. Don't do this.
I hope you
Please
have a
don't do
medic
it.
on staff on that boat. So I'm looking at the details on the Eventbrite page.
Yep.
And it says May 27th, you have a kickoff at the SAT.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's right. That's right. Because the event is going to take place with the Digital Spring, which is Printemps Numérique in French, and they we've established a nice collaboration between the two parties, and they just since it's our first event, they want to show the people how much of a nice idea that thing is for people to use and show and showcase their creativity. So we have that pre-party, and we'll also have the after party as well, which will recommend people officially now. This is serious to bring beer bongs and stuff like that. Guys, it's still a joke, by the way.
So May 27th is that kickoff party.
Yeah, that's right.
And on the 28th, that's when you get on the boat. What time of day do people get on the boat?
Between 9 to 11, we leave at 11:15.
Okay, so if you're at the boat at 11:16, the ship has sailed. You're not getting on. No game jam for you.
Well, if you have the chance to order a Uber helicopter, you might be able to fix something. If you have yourself a private jet,
Or you can swim.
you have yourself a parachute, we also might be able to work something out. But I strongly recommend there to be there on time.
Yeah.
Are people set to be on the boat the whole time stuck there, or do you ever come back to port?
We come back to port at night, so we go from Montreal to Quebec, and we stand in Quebec for the night. So we don't have any sleeping options, because I mean usually in game jams people go all the way straight, and that's what it is. But if people wants to step foot on Earth, yeah, of course, we'll spend a night in Quebec. So basically, people can do whatever they want over there. They can
that's right.
go do a little
a rest or a party or just not spend time. They can do whatever, but they have to know that some other people are still working on their game, progressing.
Right.
So you gotta try and keep an edge.
Yeah. And the thing also that you mentioned, just to come back to your question, when you mentioned about the awards that we have to give to people with the judging and all that, one of the reasons why we do it as well is that there's going to be different there's going to be mobile application games. There's going to be we'll even have VR games on board as well. So you can't judge those two things in the same category. So that's why we'll make sure that if somebody stands out with the mobile app games, we'll be able to give them a prize, and so on and so forth. So yeah.
And then on the 29th, you have in the evening the closing ceremony, which is happening at the Montreal Science Center, which is right next to the port.
There you go. You got it. You got it. Exactly. So, people don't want to have those complicated decisions to make. They just want to, exit the boat, and
they're gonna walk right in.
next thing you know, they have two drinks in their hand and they're just having fun celebrating the games they've created. That's it.
Yeah, after working that long and staying up that late, they just want a straight line to where they need to be.
Yeah,
You don't need to create them on any paths. Ladies, do you have any questions about the game jam that you want to ask the guys?
Yes. Usually when there's this kind of event, some like outsider can just come and look. But because it's on a boat, can people come to look at also, or it's only for like the game developers? Or
it's a good question that you ask. There's going to be two things about this. Okay, the first thing is that let's say in Quebec, I'm pretty sure that it's going to be possible for people to go sneak in and go just take a look at what's going on, even if it's in the evening and all that. But also, first and foremost, we also want to make sure that not only spectators from Quebec or Montreal can see it, but we'd also love to have a a streaming on the boat of the event. So you could
That was my second question.
there you go. So you could be in Singapore, missing Montreal so bad, but you just open the streaming app and then you see everybody having fun, and you just have to pay your plane ticket to go there as soon as possible because you miss it too much, and you see Montreal people having fun. You're freaking out. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen.
I like that idea. You could have one in the room and then one in the party area and then one just looking out to the St. Lawrence.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Oh,
That's
nice.
it. Yeah.
We're gonna put on a good show.
Yeah, that's right.
Giving people motion sickness and seasickness from a distance. That's okay.
Catherine, we're expecting you on the boat, right? With your motion sickness, we'll give you the required medication for it, but we're expecting you on the boat, Catherine. Even if you have motion sickness, no excuses.
Yeah, you can wear that.
This and just be sick, just like me, just sick, ugh, and all you see.
That's okay. I volunteer as tribute. I belong on a boat. I'm a newfie.
There you go. That's the spirit.
All right, awesome. So guys, this sounds like a lot of fun. We're going to post up, of course, when we post the podcast up on the website, we're going to put links to all this jazz so people can track it down because they got a bit of time to put a team together or potentially just jump in solo and group up. Do you guys have a way to match people up prior to the event, or is that happening on site?
No, it's not going to happen on site. People will know in a few, depending on when they buy their ticket. But the sooner they buy it, the sooner that we can match up a team and that they can know who they'll be working with. Actually.
Okay, cool. So the last thing I want to just go over here that I just saw is you guys are providing the food, the desk space, the chairs, the internet connection, Wi-Fi, power, and energy drinks, and of course the actual transportation. And people have to bring their laptop or computer, monitor, game controllers, and software that they need to develop, speakers, disco ball, instruments, anything else you could possibly want. Sleeping bag, blanket, if you plan on sleeping. You got plenty of pillows though, apparently. Plenty of pillows. And toothbrush, deodorant, because, that's a long time in between showers, fresh clothes, all that jazz. So, that's the kind of stuff that you have to cart with you. So think of it like going camping, building a game.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
All right. Everybody go check out Ship It Game Jam on Facebook and, of course, in Eventbrite. And they have Twitter as well. So,
ask us anything. We'll be there. Answer as fast as we can to all your questions, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be there for you.
Sweet. So thanks, guys. We're going to move on to our next topic. I still want you to stick around. We're going to talk about releasing incomplete games. And why? Why are we talking about this? Because tomorrow's the release of Street Fighter V. And our wonderful own Graf Shiro just posted his review of the fighting game. I didn't finish that sentence correctly.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't. I had a flow. It didn't work. It's okay. We fly by the seat of our pants here. So Street Fighter V is coming out, launches tomorrow, and essentially the content in the game is kind of missing. And it's not like they just didn't bother. It's actually coming later. So we're no strangers to talking about and perhaps even bitching about games being released broken, but we've not really talked about this conundrum. With everything, around Street Fighter, I mean, I understand that the release has to do with EVO 2016. They want to get in time. But, if you look to the nitty gritty, yes, it's a great game, one-on-one, the online, that component, that kind of stuff. But Graf said that the story mode wasn't super strong, not that he ever really expects it from a Street Fighter game, but most of the content's coming March or later. So the fighting mechanics are on point, and some high-profile websites gave it some really good reviews, but it just seems really odd to me to ask someone to buy a game that is right now a shell. I want to get your guys' 2 cents on this. Cat SD, we'll start with you. How do you feel about releasing these containers of games hoping for content later?
Well, I don't know. I don't know how it's going to affect their bottom line, because basically you ship it now, but then people are unhappy. And when you do ship the rest of the game, like the complete edition, what people at home want to play, are you going to have to do another marketing campaign to be like, hey guys, remember that shit we put out in end of February? well, now you can play the whole thing, so please go buy it again. I mean, a lot of it's coming in June.
Mhm.
By that time,
May,
it should be
yeah.
yeah.
March
lot of
through June, yeah.
There's a wave in March. I think there's a wave in April, and the last wave is in June. By that time, it should be discounted in a Steam sale.
Mm.
And
It's true.
So it's not even DLC. It's not even complimentary content. It's just they just wanted to be in that competition. So I'm really curious to see if that was worth it. If taking that risk was worth it to be in the competition. Is it really going to make you sell more games? And how is it going to be for Street Fighter in the long run? Because let's face it, fighters they have a high replay value if they're your thing and if you like to compete. But I mean, I read the review and he said the story mode is not even animated cutscene. It's like static images with text, like a 3DS game. And I'm like, if you look at what they did for Injustice God Among Us and for Mortal Kombat X, I'm like, you're getting your ass kicked because Mortal Kombat is an amazing game, but it shipped all of it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's DLC. Everybody plans DLC now. That's part of it. You can't. It's like part of the whole mix. But
extra characters and extra maps and things like that. But at the core, you have a playable, complete game. The rest is just icing.
Well, I mean, people who buy this game now are getting that content. It's not like DLC that you have to buy later. It's not like you have a shell of the game. And I think I believe there's two reasons that, like it got an 8 on IGN and all this stuff is because it's coming, it's free, and they had a strict reason to get it out because of Evo. But it's still weird. It's still really weird. Cathlis, how do you feel? Would you dive into Street Fighter at this point, or would you wait until it has a little bit more depth?
But what's the price?
Oh, geez. I imagine it's a normal full game release.
Yeah. Okay, because I mean that is awful. You buy a game full price and you have half of it, and like it's okay for IGN, or I don't know, they probably get the game for free, but normal people, normal kids and will just buy it with their money, and with the price of the game now, you have to make choice.
Mm-hmm. Well, Street Fighter on the Best Buy Canada website is $69.99, and the Street Fighter 5 Collector's Edition is $119.99.
That's awful, I think, because I mean that it's. I remember when I bought like the Witcher DLC, it was not like finished for me. Like my the NPCs didn't have any skin, which was weird. But I think it took like 2 weeks and everything was patched.
Yeah, but those are more bugs, right?
Maybe because probably, but because what I read is everyone had this problem, so I don't know, but I mean, I think it's like acceptable, but releasing a game in which when I read the article, it's all like just like puts them all I will not like read it, but I mean, it's awful. I think there's like 2 modes that are not there. I think I wonder why people are not talking about it more and are not like angry or that.
Alex, what are your thoughts?
Well, I think it's probably a bad judgment call from them, because I mean, people are probably gonna get disappointed. Well, as of now, we know about it, so if you still go buy it, I mean, it's a bit on you, because I mean, you knew that the game wasn't completed. But I don't know, maybe sounds weird a little. I mean, maybe they ran out of money. I don't know, but it's still kind of a low blow to the people, because I mean, people are gonna buy this and they're gonna get tired of it real quick, and they were expecting something probably better than this, and that's what they get. And they get the promise that it's coming, but I mean, it's coming only in 5-6 months, so it's not.
Yeah, I haven't seen, and usually, especially Street Fighter. I mean, it's a game with so much, street cred. I was
Yeah,
punny.
exactly.
I was punny. Like, it's a game with so much, like history. You'd think that it's such a big release, they would have tons of commercials out, all this kind of stuff. I haven't really seen much of anything except for like the sites that I read, and it's morely just news coverage, not like banner ads or TV ads or anything like that. Do you think maybe they're holding that for like March when there's more content and more people will be talking about it and there's more for the non-hardcore? Because right now, if you're releasing something for Evo, you're definitely targeting a very specific group of people that are like hardcore fighting game competitors. While, if you're doing TV ads on Spike or something like that, you're targeting an entirely different audience. Do you think they'll hold back on their promo plan?
Well, maybe actually that was the plan. Maybe they're just trying to get a feel of the market, how people react, how they like it before they make the big release. Because I don't know, maybe they don't. They're not quite sure about their product. So maybe there's still some adaptation on their part to do. So maybe that's something they had in mind when they did this. I'm not quite sure though, but hopefully they're going to make a bigger push when they release some good content so that people can enjoy the game actually.
I'm trying to remember now exactly when Evo is, because I imagine maybe they've got big stuff planned to come out around that time, because that's when Twitter is going to be going nuts, and like the esports sphere is going to be going nuts talking about Street Fighter 5, right? So maybe that's where the big launch is. Kat, do you mind checking that and just seeing when Evo is? I don't remember off the top of my head. I know I read it today, but I don't.
I know the game needed to be out now for them to qualify.
Qualify, yeah, but when is the actual tournament?
Yeah, I'll go check that.
Right,
One of the problems I have with this is that we have to trust the company to put out the content, but also that it's going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
We've had a lot of bad releases, so you want people to pay $60 now and say, like, trust me, we'll get you that content later, but it's like, it could be shit.
That is very true. And or maybe they don't put it out. Like, there's that onus. Like, you see that issue all the time when someone says, like, Axiom Verge, it's been almost a year since that game came out on PS4. It's not, it's on PC too, I believe, but it's supposed to come out for the Vita. That hasn't happened yet. Like, I can understand, like, is it that much more difficult, but then to develop, to put it on the Vita? But then, maybe they just decided, no, it's not worth our time. And even though they promised it, it's not coming. Like, how about if it doesn't come?
What about Torchlight 2 that you bought thinking you'd get a Mac version?
Yeah, okay, that's a whole other can of worms. I bought Torchlight 1 and 2 as a package. Torchlight 1 came out on Mac. Torchlight 2 never did. So at least once I get my PC, I have Torchlight 2 to play.
But they promised it.
I know. And that was, Catherine, when did I buy that? Oh my God. I bought that when I was working with Aldo. I bought that when I was working at Aldo because I wanted something that was like Diablo, but Diablo wasn't ready yet.
Wow, that's like, yeah, that's
6 years ago.
Oh,
yeah.
So Capcom, you want us to trust you? Everybody else ruined it.
Yeah.
So Evo Championship Series is July 15th to 17th, 2016 in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Okay, so that's when they're gonna make their big sale of the Street Fighter stuff. Everything should be out by then.
That's why they let it out by June.
June, yeah.
July.
Yeah, so they have a bit of time to make sure that there's no bugs and stuff comes back and all that jazz. People come back. Because, yeah, that's when people are going to be like, oh my God, I want to go home and play Street Fighter. You know what I mean? So that was my gamer voice. Oh my God. Sound like a Valley Girl.
Your gamer voice sounds like a spoiled brat
like
from
Valley Girl.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Gotta go play Street Fighter.
You sound like Pink.
A tall, non-bendy, non-fat locomotive.
We're silly. We're silly. Oh,
I don't know how to order at Starbucks. Like, hi, coffee, large, but a large at Tim Hortons, not a large here. I don't know what a large here is.
All right, well, we're that pretty much runs up all the topics we have, and it kind of ends on a good note, because if you're interested about Street Fighter, guess what? Coming up right after this in 5 minutes, Pink's going to be playing Street Fighter live on this Twitch channel. We got.
Oh my God!
Yeah, at least you get to see it, and then you can decide. So yeah,
buying now and waiting 6 months to get the rest of the game.
No, we're gonna try it out and see what it's all about. Pink is actually, I think she might be christening her PlayStation 4 and her Elgato for this adventure, which is gonna be cool. I'm excited. But before we jump into Pink Smurf Twitch streaming, I want to thank the guys from the Ship It Game Jam, Olivier and Alexandre, for coming.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for having
Thanks
us.
to you
Really
guys,
appreciate it.
seriously.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the real deal. I can't wait to be on that boat. It's gonna be awesome.
Leo coming, yeah.
And Catherine work and Catless and Catherine work on your motion sickness. All right.
We'll give them Gravel. They might be loopy and knocked out, but it'll work. It'll be entertaining.
When you buy a ticket, it comes with 2 pills of Gravel.
Nice.
Actually, we'll throw in the bottle. The full bottle.
So yeah, if you guys want to learn more about the Ship It Game Jam, it's on Facebook. It's on Twitter. They have an Eventbrite where you can pick up tickets. We're going to post all that information on girlsongames.ca. Yeah, and if you want to check out more stuff, like I said, we've got that Street Fighter V review up. There's lots of content coming in the near future. We put some stuff up for Valentine's Day, but it's still good to treat your loved one to a cool geeky gift when it's not Valentine's Day.
Of course.
I'm expecting my husband to buy me that bouquet of unicorns for my birthday. It's very soon, so it has to happen.
Take notes, gentlemen. Take notes.
So without further ado, guys, thank you all for coming to hang out. Kat and Catless, thank you for hanging with me and doing this podcast again. We will be back here this time next week. But if you want to learn more about Girls on Games, you can find everything you need to know at girlsongames.ca. But we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook. This is on iTunes and YouTube after. And of course, all week we've got some really awesome people streaming, including Catless tomorrow.
There you go.
So stay tuned because we got Pink Smurf coming up with Street Fighter V. Thank you all for hanging out. It's been a wonderful evening. And yeah, have fun and play some games.
And enjoy Street Fighter.
Yeah. All right. See y'all later.